I saw over the weekend that Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos infamy now was sentenced to 11 and a quarter years in prison for fraud. And it reminded me, it made me think about, in my 40 plus year business career, how many people I have seen compromise their ethics, what they knew were right and wrong, but said that they couldn't afford to do that. And it's been said, and I've read it a few times, that true integrity shows itself when you can't afford to have integrity financially. Doesn't mean that that's an excuse, but the real test is when you have a choice to make in business. You know what the right choice is, but some people end up saying, yeah, I'd like to do that, but I just can't afford to do that. So how bad could it be? Well, in this business acquisition journey, you are going to trade on your reputation. And it just takes one instance to show other people when tough times come, can they count on you to do what you said you were going to do, or can they not? And it takes an awful long time to build that reputation, but an instant to destroy that reputation. She did a lot of things that would appear on the surface to be the right way to do it. She has surrounded herself with people on the board that everybody knew, pillars of society, if you will. But ultimately, the mistake was that this was all built on a house of cards, it would appear, based on what happened. And there are certainly people that I've seen in my career that I knew, I called on back in my sales days, thought they were totally stand-up guys for the most part, and then found things that they did that ultimately destroyed their career. And so I would encourage you to just remember as you're going through this at all times, is it the right thing to do? Is it the legal thing to do? Is it the moral thing to do? Is it the ethical thing to do? And even when you can't, quote unquote, afford to do it financially, do the right thing. That will carry you through a lot of times later on when people will say, there was a situation where he didn't really have the ability to handle the financial situation, but he still did what he said he was going to do, or she said what she was going to do. And that's super important in this. A bad reputation will kill your ability to move forward. So plenty of examples. I don't need to go through with that, but it just reminded me of how important it is to have integrity. Not the least amount of things to consider is you have surrounded yourself with a board of high-performance people, hopefully, and they value more than money usually, their reputation. And so if you don't behave in an ethical, moral, legal way, you will sully their reputation as well. So it's not only you that you need to think about. So I hope I'm preaching to the choir and you already know this, but if there's any question, take the test of if my mother was sitting on my shoulder, what would I do? You may have somebody other than your mother that you would imagine sitting on your shoulder. That's fine. But think of it that way. Is it the right thing to do? And that is the go, no go, a way to analyze, should you take the action or should you not? Not, can I afford to do it? Okay, I hope that helps. If you don't know the steps, go over to brucewhipple.com. There's plenty of free materials there. The outsourcing course that I put together has been a game changer. And keep an eye on your email this week. There might be a surprise in there for you.